Let me tell you a story of two bridges. Well, I call them bridges, but they're probably more like staircases. This is the first one I built. We wanted to build a bridge up to the LA garden. So, we went to the creative world and we built this one. Straight up. First it started straight up, I should say. Straight line. Super efficient. A to B. Straight ahead. But when I got done with it, it looked boring. So I tried using, some different colors. And I still didn't like it. Yeah, I added these little things on the side. It was just missing something. It didn't look interesting enough. It didn't have enough variation. This whole line just being one straight line, there's really nothing to do that I could do with it that would kind of break it up, make it look a little more alive. So I ended up trying to make it kind of like curve to the side and go up, under this tree. And I didn't like that either. It didn't look too great. So what I ended up doing is I started over. And this is what I ended up getting as a result. Now this is not anywhere near as sensible. I think in some ways, some of the stuff doesn't even make sense. But I ended up really liking the way this looked compared to the other one. It was kind of rough looking, kind of haphazard, but it looks like a bridge that was built. In a way, it looks kind of like a bridge that was like built on a bunch of trees. More of a tree house type of bridge than say the other one, which is just straight up. Kind of plain. I really like the way this is. This has character. This is something I'm kind of learning as I, you hear people say it, but when you're actually like doing it and building it, it kind of takes a while to kind of fully grasp it in your head. Like some of this stuff doesn't make sense, but I changed, the colors, the blocks, kind of worked them in differently here and there. In the end, it's kind of hodgepodged, but let's take a look at what it looks like in game, in the world. But finally, in the world, I used Lightmatica to basically copy and paste, or not copy and paste, but copy the design and then paste it into the single-player world. Then I put the schematic into this world and then built it from there. But this is what it looks like, fully completed and attached to the LA garden. It goes right up into here. Look at them. Look at these guys. They're hanging out, having fun. Really enjoys this for some reason. Really enjoy this top area for some reason. That's pathing for you. I don't know what to say. Minecraft's pathing is something else. It's really, to me, it's super interesting to see how different the lines of the build make. And how it can change kind of how dynamic a build looks. Like I don't know why. I can't explain 100% why I like this build so much compared to the other one. Let me go back into the... It's like you'd think the straight build, makes sense. It makes perfect sense. Like, why wouldn't this be better than the other one? But at the end of the day, it's just... I'd 10 times rather have this. I'd 10 times rather have this than this in my world, even though this is, for all intents and purposes, a better looking bridge. You know, it's a simpler bridge. It's a more efficient bridge. It makes logical sense as far as like how it's built. And then over here, you got this mess of a bridge. This haphazard, like hodgepodge. This is like interesting. There's just something so interesting about it. Where you go up and around, you kind of like have to figure out how to step up. You got random places to put things, like random characteristics. It looks more organic in a way. I don't know, maybe that's why the build works or it doesn't, but kind of an interesting thing from like as I build more in Minecraft, you can kind of see what people mean by, you know, not. I know Ryan has said before, like, don't think of materials as materials. Just think of them as, like, colors and shapes. It's definitely the shape of a building can play a huge difference in just how interesting the building is. Because, I mean, it works. You know, it's perfectly functions as a bridge. But it's just not interesting, in my opinion. I just don't like, you know, the fact that it's just a straight bridge. I'd 10 times rather go up or look at something like this, which is kind of crazy. Kind of a crazy bridge, but it's fun to go up this bridge. Fun to like go in and turn around and kind of make my way up this sort of like snaking design. I don't know. I don't know what to make of it, but it's very cool. But I like it. I like this bridge. So it's something to think about when you're thinking about how to build in your world. You know, if you're someone that plays Minecraft, maybe just listen to it. I'm not sure, but a perfect and straight, I think in a lot of ways can be boring. When you take something and it's kind of, and you know, I think this works because of how my base is. You know, it's kind of how it's set up. The fact that it's kind of like a swamp shack. This is kind of built in a forest as a more organic type of build. Now, this isn't something you'd do in like a modern city or, you know, futuristic geometric style build. You know, something in here, you know, as what it is. A tree house. This sort of stairway and bridge up into a tree house. It works like this. And it makes sense in a crude sort of way to build it a little bit crazy. You get that? Just works the way it twists and goes around. The different trees kind of blends into it. A straight bridge just wouldn't do that. Like, this is a great angle for it too. This is like, I don't know, I guess this is more of advanced building. Advanced building techniques. Once you built your straight houses and your cubed style things, straight A to B. It's time to think about something else. You know, think about making stuff that maybe doesn't make as much sense in a realistic type of build. But I really like the way this turned out. It kind of stretches my thoughts on what a build could be. It's a little abstract, but I don't know. Hope you enjoyed the video. That's it for the video. But we'll be back. We just got done some stuff in our new pond. And I think we might have to working on some paths and get some terraforming done. I'm starting to think that we're almost done with this base right now. My home in the Sweetwater, I've almost filled up every sort of place that can be filled with a build. Obviously, I want to keep quite a bit of trees. Got to keep it looking like a swamp, but anyway, thanks for watching this video, and I will talk to you later. Goodbye.